And what good for Americans have these wars led to? What good for Americans and for Europe, for Europeans, have these wars led to? How about the regime change in Libya? Well, that led to a global migration crisis where migrants, mainly from Africa, just continued to flow to European countries. If it wasn't for that regime change in Libya, a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen. A lot of this migration wouldn't be allowed. It wouldn't have happened. These people wouldn't have been able to make it there, to make it into European countries. Do you find that? Maybe some people think that's a good thing. What about like Iraq? What about Afghanistan? What about some of these other things that the U.S. and NATO have done? How has that helped Americans? Has that made us safer? No, it hasn't. These countries are no threat to us. They're no threat to America. Has that given us more freedom? No, I'm sorry. I hate to say this to you guys. You were not fighting for freedom if you fought in those wars. You were not fighting for America. You were fighting probably mostly for Israel, actually. And you were fighting to destabilize the regimes in the countries that were hostile toward the country of Israel. So you've made Israel stronger. You've made Israel safer. But you have not made America safer. You have not made America stronger. In fact, you've made America weaker. And for what? And for what? I have friends. I don't know how many friends who fought in these wars, who have had to have like their legs and their arms amputated, who have illnesses that they're probably not going to recover from. And for what? And what do they have to show for it? A big fuck you from the U.S. government while they give them shitty health care and let them rot on the street while they overdose on drugs? Or tell their family to fuck off when they need health care? For what? And now we're buying into another one of these fucking pointless wars that they're probably going to drive us to World War III once NATO declares war. And you're buying into it? Are you dumb? You're retarded. You're retarded. If you have flown a Ukrainian flag, if you support Ukraine, maybe you're just old, maybe you just don't get it, maybe you're just buying Fox News propaganda. But if you're not, you're retarded. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're dumb. And you shouldn't even be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to vote. You should not be allowed to vote. Like, we should literally take your right to vote away from you if you think that this is real, if you think that this is true. Man. These people, man.